It's almost Father's Day, so which UE Boom should you get him? Should you go with the classic original version, the UE Boom 3? Or should you go with something far larger with the Megaboom? Or should you get something a little bit more portable, like the Wonderboom over here? There is just so much choice, so here are the scenarios. This is the cheapest UE Boom that you can get. It's the Wonderboom 3, but is it worth it? So you can get the Wonderboom from just 99 Australian dollars, which would make this the perfect choice for a gift. And to be fair, after testing it for a little bit, it's not a bad one at all. Firstly, it's IP67 water resistant, which means that you can use it in a pool, and it does actually float on water like a ball, I guess. And it does look like a ball as well. I'm sure that you can have a lot of fun throwing this around. And the battery life at 14 hours isn't bad at all. It's quite incredible for the size, really. Unfortunately, however, as expected, it doesn't sound quite as good as the larger models. It doesn't even sound as good as the standard boom, and bass especially is lacking. While you can pair it with another Wonderboom 3 to create a stereo pair, what you can't do is match it with these larger models, unfortunately. If you ask me and you want just a tiny standalone Bluetooth speaker, this is a pretty good choice, and it does sound really good for the size. But for just 99 Australian dollars each, this would be the perfect gift if your dad wants the ultimate in portability. Next up, we have the opposite, the Megaboom, and wow, it is just so massive, and it sounds massive too. This is simply one of the best sounding portable Bluetooth speakers I've ever heard. But size-wise, it's not really mega at all, and while it is bigger than the standard UE Boom, it's still quite portable, so you can take it anywhere you want to go, really, and you've still got this hook thing over here. When you play music on this, there really is some incredible bass for the size, and it's actually got some decent separation as well, which is something that you really wouldn't expect for this class of Bluetooth speaker. Really great with Ultimate Ears Boom products is that you can pair them together and get great stereo sound, and they don't even have to match, like it pairs with this Boom 3 just fine. What's also quite impressive is that this is IP67 water resistant, so you can use it for a pool party, and the controls are just dead easy to use. You've got these volume buttons over here, which are impossible to miss, and the controls on the top are very good as well. The battery life on this is 17 hours, which is really impressive, and it means that you don't have to use the terrible micro USB charging port very often. I think that's my main complaint for this entire range. I mean, it doesn't have a voice assistant, but it's probably more hassle than they're worth in this particular market. And there is also the price at 350 Australian dollars. While it's not exactly expensive, it's not exactly the bargain like the other models are. But if you're buying for Father's Day and want the ultimate speaker, then this is probably your choice. And finally, we come to the original, which is my personal favorite. The Boom 3 is the perfect blend between sound quality and portability. And while it's probably the most boring option of the range, as it is the original, it's probably the best one for most people. So while it doesn't get quite as loud as the Megaboom, and the sound quality, especially the bass, isn't quite as impressive, it's still more than room filling for most house parties, and yet it's also small enough to fit in a car's cup holder. The build quality still feels amazing after all these years, and it's IP67, which means that it's fairly water resistant, and it even floats on water. And as with all UE products, you can pair them together, like with this Megaboom over here, to get stereo sound, which is fantastic. As with all Ultimate Ears Boom products, you can pair them together to get some fantastic stereo sound, and you can do that in the app like so. And you can even pair them with different models, like with this Megaboom over here. So the battery on this smaller one lasts 13 hours, which is pretty good, but my main problem with it, again, is the micro USB port. I mean, it's 2023. This should at least have a USB-C port by now. And also there isn't a voice assistant built in, unlike with the UE Blast models. I think that would have been a really nice bonus. But the price is just 169 Australian dollars. I think that this is a proper bargain. This could really be a fantastic Father's Day gift.